Hi, my name is Jillian, and I'm going to teach you how to make a spotted lanternfly trap to hang on a tree. It's called a circle trap. You'll need wildlife netting or mesh, a gallon plastic bag, 2 milk jugs, hot glue, scissors, bendable wire, twine, push pins, a rubber band, tape, and a Sharpie. Cut the milk jug. You want something flat on one side. You see the line here? And round on the other. This is because the flat side will stick up against the tree. To start the cut, pull your scissors like this on the milk jug, and you can see a cut is formed. Now I'm going to keep this as straight as possible to try to keep it at the same level on the milk jug. And cut. Do not include the handle. Until you get something like this. Then I repeat the same with another milk jug and I'll glue them together. When you glue these together, you want to align them so that the flat side is on the same side and then the round side on the same side. Leave this to dry so that you don't disrupt the glue. This is my funnel after I glued it, and now I'm gonna wrap this piece of duct tape around it to secure it and press the duct tape in. There you go. The rectangle covering my face is 2 by 5 feet. Since we lost our roll of mesh, I unfortunately can't show you how we cut it. You need to cut a circular hole in the mesh in the center horizontal wise and 2 inches down vertically about. Dad's experienced, so he's estimating the size, but ideally we put this mesh on newspaper and use a Sharpie to trace the inside of our milk jug funnel, then cut the hole just a little bit bigger than that. I'm ready.
Good night, Lola.
Okay.
You're still not through with this thing?
No, Pop. We're recording something.
You just have gotta make sure to get it around the edge where it'll stick. What you do is you, after you put it on, you just tack it down. Once you get a bead on it somewhere to get it started, then it'll stick. Okay, that's around the inner loop. Now, around the outer edge, to make sure that it stays, is a little bit easier, because once you get the inner edge looped in, it's just a question of making sure that you get the glue on the outer edge, and that tends to stick better because the inner edge is already stuck.
Once you have it glued on, you need a thick bead of course and to tack it down. Then you have to leave it sitting for some time as it is so that you don't accidentally break the glue.
Yep.
How long would you say that is? About 10-15 minutes?
Yeah, it doesn't take long for the glue to dry. And you can tack it down wherever you want, just to make sure that it stays.
Yes, but the inner
be
and the outer
very careful with the hot glue gun. So I'm turning it off now, and Jillian's unplugging it.
We usually have a glass of water with us.
Just to make sure. The wire that we bought is an 18 gauge wire, so we ordered it online, and we tried several different wire thicknesses, but this is the best size that seems to work for giving the right kind of a shroud. We cut it to about 24 inches in length, so roughly about 2 feet, which is roughly about this long. And you might need something thicker than a pair of scissors to cut it. And I'm gonna try with the scissors here.
Good luck.
Nope, it does work.
Pretty well.
So,
This might dull your scissors.
yeah, so I have other cutters down there, but you can see that the whole wire is, roughly speaking, a
That's a
couple
little
feet
short,
long.
isn't it? You want to start from either edge.
Okay, so why don't we start from this edge? We're going to be going
'Cause-
across the top of the shroud like this.
Mhm.
So we're going to be going roughly from here to here. So we're going to start roughly here.
Because then you can see like when the last bit slips through, and then you know you're done, and you can make your little like not knots. What's the word? Folding over.
Loops.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just holds it in place a little bit better.
Do you want me to hold? Sure.
So you only need to thread it every few holes.
Like,
Don't poke yourself.
Like every half an inch, maybe.
Yeah, every half inch,
Go
every
back
inch.
and forth like a sewing needle. I think you guys can see that. And it's very close to the edge. This just gives the trap some shape, the shroud part. It's getting a little bent. Okay.
We can bend it back.
Yeah, you can always bend it back. The edge here has gotten pretty short, and the edge on the other side is about identical, and now we are looping it through. We're going to... Dad's doing the same thing on the other side. That is my dad. I don't know if I've introduced him. So you can see we're making this curve, and then we're pushing it through.
Just one loop, and
Yeah.
then you can shape it.
Oh, showing the shape.
You can shape it to where it actually looks like a shroud now. So when it goes up against a tree, it'll actually look like a shroud like this.
Look like the wire bend.
Okay.
So we're gonna put this on top of the funnel and close it so that it's pretty tight around the funnel. If you don't have a bag that can close, then you can still just use the rubber band to make a loop. You need to use it anyway, otherwise it won't stay. Make sure your rubber band does not break, and bring it around the top of the bag and to where the bag and funnel meet. And no, just in the center of the funnel where the bag and funnel meet, not like in any point. And then ideally you're really going to want to wrap it around twice, and you can always squish the bag up so that you don't have to stretch the rubber band too far. Get it all the way through like this. I don't know if you can see. Get it around the funnel, and you pull the bag back out, and your trap is finished. You're gonna need to bring the push pins, the twine, and the scissors outside to a tree with your trap when you want to hang it. You need enough twine to wrap this around the tree and then tie the trap safely. I've wrapped the twine around the tree twice, and now I'm going to cut it. So we got this trap to about here. That's a little below shoulder height. And someone else made this trap, unfortunately, so it's not all the way flat, and it might sag a little bit. Like, it's not all the way flat on the edge against the tree, but it will still probably work because it's mostly upright, you can see. Now I'm going to tie this knot around. The twine is tight, so it'll be secure. I'm going to start tacking this in place, get this nice and flat so that the lanternfly is going to walk on it. And I want to wrap around the tree. Tack in several different places, because otherwise it will not stay. And tack in the grooves of the tree, because then again, if you don't, it won't stay. It's funny, I see a little green thing on the tree, a little green bug. Okay, thank you. So you can see it's mostly been tacked now, and this is the flat part where the bugs will grow up, and the shroud is wrapping around the back, and the fabric is also overlapping in the back to be flat. I just want to pin down both layers. And this will take a lot of tacks. Make sure it's flat everywhere except the stripe. Your trap must withstand the elements, which is why maintaining it is important. If the trap breaks, you should use hot glue and tape to fix it, or whatever you need to use. Every 2 weeks, or whenever the bag is full, empty the bag and replace it or put it back. Experts recommend taking your trap down in the fall. Let me try some ASMR.